Good morning, thriving warriors. Here we are. Today is Saturday, May 13th, 2023. And here we are in Pahrump, It is 6 a.m. It's 75 degrees outside already. The high today is going to be 90. So it's going to be a warm one. Saturday, I'm heading to the jail in Tonopah, but that's a different story. For right now, our purpose is to talk about why we are here. We are here to help you get from point A to point B on your journey where B is better. Let me adjust this camera just a little bit more. Where B is better. Back in my room at Pahrump, Kentucky for a while, at least. B is better. How do we do that? Well, we help you build the boat that's going to enable you to leave Someday Isle and get to Success Landia. You have to build the boat and crew the boat. Hold on a second. Wait, what? World, stop. Charlene is here. She who makes all things possible is here. And Diana is here. Good morning, Diana. Good morning, Charlene. Okay, wow. Happy that you are both here. Skipping ahead, I'm so happy and grateful that Charlene and Diana are back on here, and Charlene is back after a 2-day absence. Okay, well, time is racing. So down in the description down below are about 17 other morsels to scoop out of the sea and chomp them in. Immediate, instant nourishment, easy to get, easy to digest, etc. So that's what we've got for you. Now, let's get started. How do we start? I'm kind of a little bit discombobulated. So excited and happy. So we start with coffee. Good cracker. And we have our pen. This is my new high-tech color pen paper, because our goal is to learn, not to just observe or listen or pay attention. We need to actually learn this. We need to get it from, therefore, we need to get it from our working memory to our long-term memory. Good morning, Henry Smith, aka Todd. Good morning, Todd. Glad to see you're here. Hope all is well here today. I'm going to be leaving at 6:30, heading to the Oasis, at which point I'd like to pick up Diana around 7:15, pick up Diana and Manny. We will all drive together in the Kia to Tonopah. Manny and Diane will spend the day together in Tonopah and then drive the Kia back tonight. Not tonight. Drive it back this afternoon. How does that sound, Diana? Then you will have a car at the Oasis. Good. Okay, Todd, did you notice that Charlene is back? The world can now continue. We can spin. We will get the Roman soldiers on our side, etc. So, how does that sound, Diana? I will pick you up about 7:15. You and Manny, because Manny has a driver's license to drive the Kia back this afternoon. Okay, moving right along. So this isn't just a little Zoom call for us. We few, we happy few, etc., etc. Okay, so let's move right along. Next morsel, advice from an 80-year-old. Make it a habit to do nice things for people who never find out. Make it a habit to do nice things for people who never find out. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, now moving right along. Moving right along. Our attitude of gratitude. So write in your book, I'm so happy and grateful now that blank. What are you happy and grateful for now? I mean, not just the obvious things. I'm alive. Charlene is back. Hopefully she's back. At least she's here. Step one. At least Charlene's here. We're so happy. So happy that you're back. And we will proceed forward. Okay, next on our hit parade, today's TED Talk is Jerry Maguire. Jerry Maguire, help me help you. No, I think that's tomorrow. Today should be Jerry Maguire number 1. Anyway, there's 2 Jerry Maguire videos we're going to watch, one for each of the next 2 days, that pulls together everything we learned about how to get people to crew your boat, how to get people to help you. We start with the elegant equation: bond, add value, and ask. Bond, add value, and ask. That's the elegant equation. Bonding with people is to get them to see the world the same way you do. Boom, you're bonded, you're together. David Phillips talked about telling stories to help people bond with you. You release neurotransmitters in their brain, and that causes them to feel a particular way because we have empathy and compassion. We think certain things are funny, et cetera, et cetera. So bond, add value, that is the compelling story. That's the compelling story. The ask is step 3 on Seth Godin's equation of 4-part equation, which is connect the true believers. How do you do that? You just say, like Jerry Maguire does in this video, who's coming with me? Now, today's video, Jerry Maguire is doing the 4-part Seth Godin thing, talking about how do we need to change the status quo. We need to get smaller, blah, 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 start a new agency. But the second step is tell a compelling story. So find part of the status quo to change, tell a compelling story, connect the true believers, ignore the non-true believers, and then lead them. So in this video today, you're going to see all 4 parts of that. Changing the status quo had to do with the memo he wrote, a mission statement that he wrote, and then today he's trying to tell a compelling story. He does the David Phillips thing with the fish in the beginning to try to get people that, these fish are good because they're loyal. These fish are loyal. And but he fails on telling a compelling story. It wasn't compelling. He seemed desperate. Plus, he didn't bond with the people with the fish story. They did not bond over the fish. He looked like a cuckoo man. But one person got the compelling story from the mission statement, not from what he was doing today. And out of empathy, she stepped up and said, I will go with you. Dorothy Boyd, accounting, I will go with you. And then she said, now? He says, yeah, okay. That's the leading part. So this is a very good short video, even though he did not tell a good, compelling story. That's kind of the point of this. He was bad at telling a compelling story. Had he done better, the results would have been better. But he didn't, so it did. He didn't, so it didn't. And thus, we have another one tomorrow. Okay, moving right along. Let's see, moving right along. Seth Godin. Chores. They're essential. The house begins to stink if we don't take out the garbage. But at work, while they might be essential, they may not be important. Okay? At least not important enough for us to spend a lot of focus on. Chores are repeatable, proven, low risk, fairly impersonal. You got to take out the garbage. You got to wash your clothes. You got to make your bed, stuff like that. The bills have to get paid, but they might not have to be paid by you. Entrepreneurs, artists, and freelancers often spend a lot of time on chores. We justify this because outsourcing chores to others costs money, and in this moment, money is tight. But that's not the real story. The truth is, if we stop doing chores, we have to do real work instead. The things that aren't repeatable or proven. The things that are emotionally difficult, creatively challenging, or simply requiring exploration and guts to pursue. If we succeed at this work, there will be plenty of money to pay to get the chores done. Doing chores cheerfully and with skill is a fine hobby, but it might not be what you need to do right now. Okay, thank you once again, Seth Godin. Okay, good. Now what? How about if we go to the fable? Today's fable. Fable, Mabel. The Eagle and the Kite. An eagle sat high in the branches of a great oak. She seemed very sad and drooping for an eagle. A kite saw her. Why do you look so woebegone? Asked the kite. I want to get married, replied the eagle, and I can't find a mate who can provide for me as I should like. Take me, said the kite. I'm very strong, stronger even than you. Do you really think you can provide for me? Asked the eagle eagerly. Well, let me redo. Do you really think you can provide for me? Asked the eagle eagerly. Why, of course, replied the kite. That would be a very simple matter. I'm so strong I can carry away an ostrich in my talons if it were a feather, as if it were a feather. The eagle accepted the kite immediately, but after the wedding, when the kite flew away to find something to eat for his bride, all he had when he returned was a tiny mouse. Is that the ostrich you talked about? Said the eagle with disgust. Is that the ostrich you talked about? To win you, I would have said and promised anything, replied the kite. Everything. Okay, so moral of the story, everything is fair in love. Wow. Different time, different place. That's all I can say about that. Different time, different place. Here's what I say to you. Never start any relationship on a lie. Boom. Mic drop. Never start any relationship on a lie. Now the eagle will never be able to trust the kite, never be able to fully trust the kite. Neither will be happy. It won't last. Okay. How do we overcome this? Well, actually, the Bible tells us how. Skipping ahead. Luke 17:3. Luke 17:3. Let's see how quickly we can get there, people. Luke 17:3. Boom. If your brother sins, rebuke him. Okay, so did the kite sin? Yes. Rebuke him. And if he repents, forgive him. Okay, so it's kind of a two-part thing. Part A, sin, rebuke. You don't sin and jump to forgive. That doesn't work. So it wouldn't work for the eagle to say, okay, that's okay, I forgive you. No, that won't work. Sin, rebuke. Can't do that. Don't do that again. This is the effect it had. I need to be able to trust you. I can't move forward in life if I can't trust you. That's what the eagle could say to the kite. Can't move forward if I can't trust you. You breached my trust. You said you could get an ostrich. You brought back a mouse. Now you're saying, now you're making it even worse by saying, well, I would have said anything. And no lie was too small. Okay, there's no nobility in that. So sin, rebuke. The rebuke could be punishment. You could have to atone for that. That's what prison and jail is all about. You sin, you break the law, you get rebuked. You have to go to jail, prison. In the old days, the so-called old days, a few hundred years ago, you'd be put in the stocks, and people could throw rotten vegetables at you, get it out of their system. You hurt us. Now you're going to have to be out here doing this shamefully for a day, 2 days, whatever it is. But once it's done, if you have repented, change of heart and mind, you're not going to do that again, sincerely from the heart, now we can forgive you. So, so that's how the eagle and kite could move forward. But never start a relationship on a lie, because then you don't have to do all that stuff to get back to where you were before the lie. All right, next. How are we doing for time? Ooh, so time is running late. Next, prayer to renew the world. Merciful God, hear our prayer for a world that will respect the God-given rights of all. We dedicate ourselves to work for the rights of each human person, especially for those who find life a burden and who know the suffering of hatred, poverty, and war. Help us to share the fire of your peace with all of the people in all places at all times. Amen. Wish we had more time, because I would do the Homeboy Industries thing. Okay, so that is the prayer. Next, Diana, you is up. You is up. And then I'm getting ready to leave in 15 minutes. Yes, okay. Second to last morsel. Hopefully Charlene will be ready for the last morsel. Second to last morsel. Let's get our net, scoop it up, grab it, get ready to chomp on it. And what is that? Nothing. Act such that yesterday was the only easy day. You want to move forward. You want to get from point A to point B. You want to progress on the journey, building the boat, crewing the boat, getting ready to go. You want to do that? Well, act such that yesterday was the only easy day. Push yourself just a little bit more today. Do just a little bit more. Get more comfortable being uncomfortable. Embrace the suck. Be more samurai, etc. Give more meaning and purpose to your life. Act such that everything you do matters, etc., etc. You know the thing. And lastly, if Charlene is there, what is the last morsel? The last morsel, Charlene. Hopefully you are there. There we go. When is the journey over? If you're still here, God is not through with you yet. You still have things to do. The journey is over when our heart stops beating. Okay, and cut. Can somebody say and cut? Because it's 1919. We're going the wrong direction with these. Okay, Diana says and cut. Maybe we can get an and cut from Charlene. And cut. Boom.